And there weren't always gates that came down. And so when you would arrive at a railroad crossing, they would tell you to, yeah, I'm giving you a chance to think about it and see if you're old enough to know. Stop, look, both ways, of course, and listen. Listen for what? Listen for the whistle for the train, because they always blow their whistle as they're reaching a crossroad. Well, I think we're all reaching a crossroad, and maybe we need to all stop, look within, listen to our intuition, our inspiration, and listen to those whispers. Listen to our heart from a place of love. Listen to our soul from a place of our spirit, and begin to say, this is what freedom is. This is what it is in my life. This is what it isn't. And I now want to start to begin to live differently. Well, that all sounds like wonderful ideas, Jim. Just exactly how do I go about doing that? Well, I've got some ideas for you to consider. I'm not going to try to describe each one in detail, but I'm going to touch into each one for just a minute and give you a sense of some ideas you could consider. It's going to be different for everybody. Become mindful. We've been talking about this. What is freedom? Where is it in my life? Where is it not? What do I trust? How can I allow myself to let go of these limitations I've created and make more room for me to move or ease and breathe and be myself more easily? So, or you could say, become aware, be present, stop, look and listen. This is mindfulness, being with what is and seeing it how you do, and then letting go enough to see something else that might be there also. Act on what you need rather than what you want. Well, want's more fun, isn't it? I want that, I want that, I want that. We're looking about creating more freedom, and so we have to start at home. And we don't have to do anything. And yet, when we pay attention to what our needs are, and we take care of what those are, and I don't just mean diet and exercise and sleep, those are important. You know, connections with others, boy, we don't get enough of that. Try to find some unique ways to make sure you're staying in touch, and to really make sure you've got what you need a little bit more every day, that little extra sleep, or maybe the treat that you need, or do something fun, or connect with somebody you haven't, share a little love. Do what you need, act on that rather than what you want in this constant pursuance of something else. And the act on what you need, I was just speaking about that. The next one is practice good self-care. Now, this is probably closer to the diet, exercise, rest, making sure you're taking care of yourself. The more vibrant you're able to be, the more, not just physically, emotionally, mentally, and in your discipline or philosophy of your daily practice of connecting to your inner self and to your higher self, or to whatever it is you believe, can help you make it through. Oh, this may sound like a contradiction on this next one, but hang in with me for a minute. This one says set boundaries. Why does it say set boundaries? Not limitations, not barriers. It really is talking about choosing carefully, about making a point to put boundaries up in how we express ourselves. If you're spread too thin, that doesn't work. If you're trying to do too much, that doesn't work. If you're being bombarded by influence or impact outside of you into your life, be sure and clear with yourself about how things are and are going to be. Choose people in your life carefully. Well, we can't choose family. That's a joke. Family's okay. We're the only ones that don't think so. So it's not about them, it's about us. And I'm not saying that all family members are acting appropriately or as they should. Don't get me stuck in that one. I'm just saying it's a joke, okay? My wife says I'm not funny, so I'm going to let that one go. But yeah, who you choose to be with, nurturing, friendships, caring, respect, honesty, love, integrity, authenticity. You can even find yourself in the middle of a group believing that that's there, and find out abruptly and out of the ordinary that it's not true. We have to pay more attention and be aware of what is going on in our lives. And again, not stay on the merry-go-round, but get off long enough to see it for what it is, and maybe go to the swing set or the slide once in a while to experience things a little differently. Forgive yourself. Now, I like to use this for the definition of forgiveness. Forgive yourself, of course, let go of the guilt, move on, those kinds of things. But forgiving is giving up something for something else. We're back to what is freedom? Where do we want freedom? How do we want to experience it? Well, we need to give up what isn't for what is. And we need to choose carefully the people we have in our lives, take care of ourselves, and allow yourself to forgive yourself, others, and to give up whatever's going on for something else so you can have some more freedom moving forward. This is going to be a big year, 2021, for each and all of us. And this last one has many different definitions, and I'll leave those definitions to you. Live intentionally. Well, we all have within us those whispers of our heart and soul when we're stopping, looking, and listening, and we can choose to follow them. We can follow our guidance or the inspiration or our intuition or our connection to source, all these different things we're talking about. But it's about showing up and being in the present moment as that, and being able to express that fully and express that openly in who we are and how we are. So living intentionally is really being there and being all there. And whatever isn't there, let it go. I'm having to make a lot of decisions right now in my life about what I don't want and what I do want. And I'm able to, take a breath and release. It's not always easy. Some things I'm attached to or some things I'm used to. And so I'm choosing to create intentions. We turn our attention in, which creates an intention that we're able to put out there. And it's what sometimes carries us forward into opportunities through the windows I was talking about, where we can see differently early in the show, or the doorways we can walk through. Let's create some bigger doorways this year coming up. Let's close the door behind us only for that which no longer works, no longer brings us freedom or fulfillment. We can't just shut off the past if it's still haunting us. Let's stop, look, and listen, pay attention, see what doesn't work and what we don't want to carry anymore. And let's start making some decisions about, I choose freedom. I choose more fulfillment in 2021. I choose to be me more easily. I choose to waltz to the dance of life instead of a mosh pit. Mosh pits can be fun for short periods of time. And I don't know, waltzing's a little bit, I don't want to offend anybody, but a little boring. So something maybe in between. But let's live intentionally. Let's bring who we are to our lives. Let's be the difference that makes a difference. We're getting close to the end of the show, and I want to share a poem that I wrote. Well, I say Spirit wrote through me, that relates to this topic today that I saw as I was preparing. It's called Letting Go into Freedom. Our world continues to evolve and unfold as is meant to, I am told. It seems right now it's hard to understand how each and all of us are meant to make a stand. We give it our best to do our part. We listen to our soul. We care with our heart. It seems these things keep going on and on. It's hard to determine what truth to rely on. We must take a look at what holds us back. If only the world would cut us some slack. We know it's not up to anyone else. We must choose to be free for ourselves. We must find the limits that hold us in place to be able to move forward as a human race, to let go of everything in our past if our freedom and joy is going to last. We must truly reach above and beyond, actually beyond and above, and be our truth, our faith, and our love. We want it to rhyme. To trust completely in what we know will set us free and truly show a way for each and all to safely be. If we all we can, I'm sure you'll agree. So let's each and all reach deep inside, be all we can be and never hide. From the truth we know will set us free into joy, peace, and freedom for you and me. I thank you for the opportunity to be able to be with you for a short period of time and for you being willing to listen. It is my hope that something I share makes a difference. It does for me being able to do this. It's what brings me freedom of my spirit, of my purpose fulfilled on many, many different levels. And I have many different levels of expression. And so I feel like it's a privilege to be able to do this and to be with you and for you to be with me and us to do this together. We are in this together. We are the world. Let us choose, as this year of 2020 ends and 2021 begins, freedom together. Individually, let's bring it to each other. Let's celebrate it. Let's create opportunities and openings in our society, in our country, in our world. There's a lot of conflict and a lot of things going on. Let's be the difference that makes the difference. Be well, be safe, be conscious in your choices and your actions and interactions. And God bless all of you.